Hey everyone, welcome back. So I wanted to do this video literally as something that came out of a state of me not wanting to make any more videos at all, because it can be very frustrating when you're watching and so many things come and go, and you just think after a while, well, I personally can't be doing this anymore. And it just, and I'm trying to make sense of the clock and the hands on the clock in October, 10 after 9, and, the whole thing, and the clock in the sky. And it's like, Lord, if you don't make sense out of this, I just can't do this. I appreciate that some people are encouraged by it, but it's really killing me. That's literally how I feel. So what happened is God did something else, and this is why I can't quit. He did something else, and that's why I'm making this video, even though I'm like, I don't even want to, because, I can't even express to you the things you go through behind the scenes doing this, on top of the people who don't even understand to begin with. But, and then of course, no one knows the day and hour. Therefore I say watch. Yeah, exactly. Because we don't know the day and hour, so he says to watch. Watch what? Watch what I'm going to show you. So this is what he showed me, and it's really interesting. It's just incredible, actually. That's why God keeps blowing me away. And we know he's coming, and that's the other reason that keeps me going. So this is... Okay, we've got the clock. I got Crown 22 back in 94 with all the other rapture signs. So we got a few things operating here. Two things. One of you, thank you for reminding me, just reminded me of a dream I had a while back, completely forgot about it. There's two dreams in this video that's going to point to the same day, possibly. Me too. So this dream, I was in a restaurant, and there was a folded napkin on a table. And I was aware, sense that Yeshua, Jesus, was in the back of this restaurant. And then just suddenly heard the 18th. Okay. So then I come to find out that, a folded napkin on a table means I'm coming back. Okay. It's a way of saying I'm coming back. So, of course, Yeshua was in the dream, I'm coming back, and I hear 18. So what do you do with it? Okay, so next dream, last night, I am randomly looking at a few videos I did in the past. I was not looking for anything in particular. I was just like thinking, man, I just can't believe this. I can't believe this. I'm kind of like laughing at myself, and just thinking, man, you look crazy, And so anyway, so I randomly come across the video that I did, and I couldn't remember. I've thought about it in the past, like that video I did where I saw a baby in a sack, and then I heard Patrick's voice from Hourly Watch yell really loud, I'm coming immediately, I'm coming immediately, I'm coming immediately, 3 times. And then I woke up. So here's this dream. Urgent dream. I am coming immediately. Dream on October 22nd. Now, I don't usually put the dates of dreams. So it's interesting that I did on this one. I don't know why. I don't even remember. But it is interesting to me that I did that. Now, the other thing I meant to mention here is look at the thumbnail. You see how it's all clocks? And that is why I feel it's connected to right now, and how I just did this video that ended up pointing to all of the clocks and watches that say 10 after 10 or 10 to 2. And so isn't it interesting that I picked this thumbnail? You see, I'm not convinced that this is another coincidence. God could really be pointing to not necessarily October 22nd, but the 22nd on the Torah calendar, which is October 18th. You see how they both land on the same day. October 22nd itself, I'm not really looking at. Tabernacles ends before then. So I think it's the 22nd on the Torah calendar, the 18th of October. I think this could be what's going on. It's also interesting that it was exactly 2 years ago, because Esther took 2 years to prepare to meet the king. And the urgency was off the chart. Like he must be coming today. That's what it felt like. So I randomly run into this last night, and I noticed the date on the dream. I had it October 22nd, 2020. So what's interesting is that we're currently in the Feast of Tabernacles. And if you look on the Torah calendar, the 18th of this month, October 18th, on the Torah calendar ends up being Hoshana Rabbah into Shemini Atzeret. So here we are in the month 7. Tabernacles started here, October 12th. Today is the 15th, 4th day of Sukkot. And the 5th, 6th, 7. Here's Hoshana Rabbah, the 18th of October. And then at sunset on the 18th begins the Shemini Atzeret, the 22nd on the Torah calendar, the 18th of October. So to me, this is extraordinary that my dream lands on the 18th, the same as number 20. On the Torah calendar, it's the 22nd. So then, this morning, I'm randomly looking at October 22nd. And 2 seconds later, I get this comment in my videos about October 22nd and how Venus is, in Libra, and it's like this phenomenon. It's called the Venus star event or something. And so I look into that a little bit, and then I realize that Venus is in Libra, which is the scales, i.e. judgment. God made the constellations. I'm going to remind you of that. And Venus is the bright morning star. So Revelation 22, verse 16 says, I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify to these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. Revelation 22:16. Jesus is the bright and morning star. That, my friends, is Venus. Revelation 22, 16. I'm the bright and morning star. Venus is symbolic of Jesus, Yeshua, our bridegroom, the King of Kings, Yeshua, the King of Glory. Okay, so what's interesting to me is that it was from September 29 until October 23rd. That apparently Venus is in Libra, the scales. So that's like Yeshua, Jesus, is in judgment, the season of judgment. While we've just passed through the Day of Atonement, and now it's about to end on the 22nd, the Venus being in Libra. Now, Jesus said he's the bright morning star. So he's identifying with Venus. Then I see this other thing where they're referring to Venus as the twinkling planet, which I honestly had never seen that before, but reminiscent of in a twinkling of an eye, we shall all be caught up with the dead in Christ to meet the Lord in the air. In the twinkling of an eye. Then you tie in Crown 22 with this, the word that I got. So you have the October 22nd in the year 2022 at such a time as this in Tabernacles, which is the ingathering of the harvest. It's the celebration of the ingathering of the harvest. You know, the harvest of souls collected at the rapture, the gathering of the believers, the gathering, the ingathering of the harvest. And this is landing on Hoshana Rabbah into Shemini Atzeret, which if you all have studied this, we have in the past, but not this year much, but those are big days. Shemini Atzeret's the 8th day, you know, symbolic of eternity, the new millennium. And so all of this is landing. This is landing now connected to these dreams I had in a very unexpected way. Very randomly ran into all this stuff. Last night, while I'm thinking, I need to stop doing this. And this is what I got. So, you know, and then the last chapter in the book of the entire Bible is Revelation 22, the end. And we know tribulation's about to start. So and then we're coming up on, you know, if you remember the day count from Daniel's 70th week, subtracting 7 biblical years from the Day of Atonement in 2029, lands at the end of this month, October. Okay, I'm just giving you the math. I didn't write the book. And I'm just giving you these details of these dreams. Do with it what you may. Very interesting to me. I personally am thinking, wow, I'm going to have to be watching. I'm going to have to be watching very closely right now. So let me show you a couple things.